Previously on Con Vlogs.
The window I gotta do this is in less than 24 hours, so this is my chance, my day that I gotta render this, a newer version of the PMV.
So yeah, I mean, it's really yeah. It's you. There we go. Me. You.
Hi.
Hey. Yo.
And if you are holding that, no matter what's happening around you, knowing it's going to be okay, it will break through. It will be okay.
All I gotta say, Kathy, is that was a very beautiful speech.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
And this is going to be intriguing. I love the lineup. I look forward to it either way.
This is going to be an internet meme, I believe it.
So this year, we now have our results in. In second place is Reach by the Ferb Guy.
I'm not sure if I can tell.
We are not coming back to this venue next year.
What?
We are moving Everfree Northwest 2020 to the Hyatt Regency Bellevue.
We almost got 1.5 years to prepare for this. I'm gonna relax for a year, like, after many months of doing these vlogs, it's just overall worth it. Quite the long wait, wasn't it? Yeah, I've kept count. Been about 2 years since the last Con vlog. Oh boy. I don't know how I would even begin this, for that matter. I mean, it's just like, wow, just wow. I can't believe it actually did happen. But it did. And so we're back with the Con vlogs. It's just, sorry if I'm just a little silent here and there. It's just, it's so awkward now that I'm getting back into the swing of this. I mean, when you haven't been to a convention in over 2 years, because the last Everfree was in May, plus the fact that I didn't do a Con vlog because of all that happened, as I've mentioned in the commentary for Reach All Along, it's been a long time. I mean, there's just no way around, like, considering what could be possible to try and keep occupied during all this. It's so awkward trying to find a way to start this whole thing back up. And I'm so used to doing these, like, 2 free pre-con day vlogs for you guys, because it gives me time to talk about what I have been doing the last year after the last convention. But there wasn't a convention last year. And we all know why, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But anyways, what have I been doing? Just kind of browsing around the internet here and there, doing stuff, picking up things, finding Blu-rays and TV shows to watch. I completed House and Sailor Moon last year, long switch. So I did Sailor Moon and House last year. I'm somewhere split on if I want to do Monk or not, but I'm currently watching Cardcaptor Sakura, so I've actually been enjoying that anime so far. Oh, I forgot to introduce you guys. This is a new camera I got. the Sony FDR AX43. Produces in 4K, and it's got like clean pictures. It can do a high quality res, as you can tell right here. But this is going to be really the first convention vlog that will be shot in 1080p. So it's actually going to be kind of cool to be diving into that for the very first time. But yeah, like, what have I been doing for the past year outside of just getting this camera, watching House and Sailor Moon, all this other stuff? Well, I've been on the I've bought a bunch of games for the Nintendo Switch and the PS4, like this year and last year, but I also bought a bunch of games on Steam for the PC. And yeah, that Elgato sticker. I picked myself a HD60S camera here, or capture device. It had everything inside. The capture card, the USB, like, it came with everything. I tested it out a while back, recorded some of the music that's built into the Sony camera here, because apparently those are a legit thing. And yeah, it's just Elgato there, bunch of games bought. Kind of expanded the shelf a little. See if I can try and find motivation to do the final parts of the 40 favorite movies list. Kinda also this cluttered, chaotic mess. Some books. I've yet to start reading them. The Boy at War trilogy, with The Boy at War, The Boy No More, and Heroes Don't Run. So, I'm interested to find a way to get started on these. But yeah, there's only so much I can try and say that is just like, so here's what I did this time, and here's what I did last time, and in between, and all that stuff. It's hard to say, like, just how much. It's just so awkward, but at the same time, so good to be back into doing these vlogs. Like, it feels like it's been, like, a miracle. Like, a full-blown, honest miracle. So, yeah, there'd be much to do in terms of getting all this set up. Also, yes, this camera does fit into this arm. Let me just, with the power of editing, and here we are. It still fits the arm like a glove. Take a look for yourself. Looks nice, doesn't it? With these. You look at this. Does very well. It did have like, because this thing also like recreates 5.1 surround sound audio, like virtual mix and everything. It was also bringing the I did some audio tests on it, just see it to like how long it's recording for, and it's just like, yeah, it's it's gonna be weird getting used to the AVC HD files. It can do MP4, but it's like, I don't know, I still have some issues with trying to figure out how to get Movie Studio to work with the format. I think it's like MTS or something. But yeah, it records in MTS, but then there's also an option where you can use dual recording, so MP4 simultaneously. So that's it's actually kind of nice. And of course, this camera basically costs like $600. But while I was on my month-long vacay from Arizona to Utah, tested the camera a bunch of times, various clips of on the road, watched playback of it, learned a few things, especially now knowing I can just hook the USB of this camera. I don't need to take out the SD card, put that into a PC, and just import the video from there. It's odd, but it does the trick somehow. But yeah, gonna be a lot to try and do to catch up on things. I just feel like this entire episode is just like one complete rundown of just what on earth's been happening for the past year and a half, 2 years. Yeah, there's a lot to go on with, but I might have overbored you and you probably left the video, so, yeah, just gonna end this now. I mean, I don't know why, but it's just like, it feels good to be back.